Hello, guys. Good to see you. Welcome to one more class. Today is Monday. Yay! It's July 11th. So we have only one more class to go and then winter break. Yes, we have classes only this week, and then next week is our break. How long will it be? 2 weeks. So we finish our classes now on Wednesday. Yes. And then we come back only in August. Yeah, the first week of August. Okay. So we only have today and Wednesday. This is wide angle 3, and we are doing unit 6. Okay, girls. So let's see. Hello, Manu. Welcome. Good to see you. Super welcome. All right, girls. So let's see our page on Google Classroom. Let's take a look there. Okay, here we are. So July 11th, unit 6.4 today. So that means we finish unit 6 on Wednesday. After the break, we have review and then the test. Okay, so get ready for your test during the break. So if you have your books, we are doing today pages 72 and 73. Before we start, I would like to know if you did your homework. So let's take a look. Let's see the homework we gave you last week. So just a moment. All right, here we are. So last week we did unit 6.3, pages 68, 69, 70, and 71. So we talked about photography tips, funny buildings, unusual places, verbs with two objects, or double object verbs. We talked about writing opening sentences when we post something online. The homework was online practice unit 6.3. And the videos and the sites that we posted, only one worksheet this time. Did you have a chance to do your worksheet? I hope so. In case you have any questions, please send me a message. Okay, guys? Just let me know. If there is anything that you don't understand, just send me a message. Okay? Or if you want, you can talk to me during our class. Okay, let's see our topics for today again. Yes, great. So open your books, please, to page 72. Let's go there. Yes, here we are. So what is going on here? As you can see, this is our English for Real lesson where we meet the characters from the book again, our old friends, right? So here they are. Do you remember the name of this guy? Who is he? Yeah, if you said Andy, you're right. This is Andy. And this one here, what's his name? Max. Congratulations. Max and Andy, they are roommates, right? So what is happening here? What do you think? Look, it seems that Max is trying out something to go out, an outfit, and Andy is kind of giving his opinion, right, to help his friend um, look better and also feel better, right? So let's see what's going on here. Look, look at these topics people often compliment each other on. Match each compliment with a topic. So, do you know the meaning of the verb compliment? Compliment or to compliment in Portuguese is the same as elogiar, okay? So that's the meaning of to compliment someone. So when somebody is wearing something that you like, usually we make a comment about it. We say, oh, that looks good on you. Oh, I love that dress. It's beautiful. And so on. Okay? So let's take a look at the first activity. So here we have the first compliment. That jacket looks really good on you. So what is the compliment about? Very easy. Yes. If you said clothes, you are correct. Next one, I love your hair. Yes, that's right. Physical appearance. Number three, oh, that's a great report. Well done. Work. Yes, great. Number four, your children are very sweet. Family. Perfect. Number five, hey, I like your cell phone. Yeah, possessions. And finally, hey, what a beautiful kitchen. Yes, we are complimenting something related to home. So there are many ways to compliment someone, many different ways. Okay, so let's check the answers. Yay, everything correct. All right. Hello, Kawani. Good afternoon. Good to see you. So we just finished activity number one from page number 72. Okay, so let me write it down here. Okay, no problem. Don't worry, Manu. That's okay. I totally understand. So I'm just writing here the page number, okay? Just in case you don't know. All right. So look, we have the title of the lesson, a compliment, right? That color really suits you. So what does that mean when I say this? I'm saying that the color and the person, they are a match. There is harmony there. The person looks good in that color. And it's true, isn't it? Some people look better in a color than the other. Some colors, they don't match with everyone. So, okay, let's take a look at the World English about giving compliments. So listen, to give a compliment in English, you can use simple expressions such as, I really like that sweater, or I love your shoes. The most common adjectives people use when giving a compliment are nice, good, beautiful, pretty, and great. You can add really or very to most compliments. Really is more informal than very. Remember that not all compliments are suitable for everyone. For example, you might say, your hair looks nice to a friend, but not your employer, your boss. That really doesn't look good, right? You should not use all compliments to everyone. So let's take a look at some other tips on a short video about compliments. Let's take a look there.
Hey everyone, it's Fact and Figures, and today I have some ideas on how to take a compliment. Compliments are usually given as appreciation, kindness, or a statement of thanks. Giving and receiving compliments is sometimes a stressful or awkward experience. It's always better to assume that a compliment is genuine and not sarcastic. By assuming this, your response will be more natural and better timed. When someone gives you a compliment, you should instinctively respond with a rehearsed answer that will allow you a minute to think of a direct response. Let's assume that if you receive a compliment, you first said, "Well, thank you, I really appreciate that." By having this as your rehearsed response, you directly address the compliment and the person giving the compliment. Also, the person who gave the compliment becomes immediately comfortable in the conversation. Avoid answering a compliment with one word like "thanks." By answering with just one word, it makes for an awkward follow-up conversation. Also, responding with a one-word answer could be misinterpreted by someone. The person giving the compliment might think that you would just like the conversation to end, or you're uncomfortable with talking or being social. Here's a bad example. We will use William the boss giving a compliment to Carrie in the workplace. William says, "You did an amazing job at that meeting yesterday." Carrie responds, "Okay, thanks." This is uncomfortable for everyone involved. William leaves his comfort zone to give Carrie a compliment. Based on Carrie's response, William feels like the compliment isn't understood and regrets giving Carrie the compliment. Here's a good example. William says to Carrie in the workplace, "You did an amazing job at that meeting yesterday." Carrie responds, "Thanks, William. I really appreciate that." Did you notice the rehearsed response using the person's name directly? Carrie now has a minute to think about the event and follow it up with a simple additional statement. Some good follow-up statements by Carrie could be, "I'm glad you thought the meeting went well. It took all night to prepare for it." Or Carrie could say, "Thanks for noticing, it was really a team effort." Or maybe, "I have to say I love meetings with that company." By adding the follow-up statement, you're telling a friend or superior that you like what you do and you're not afraid to be social. This also can really open up future opportunities for new projects and additional areas like friendships or promotions. If you have any thoughts about giving compliments, please leave a comment below. If this video was helpful to you, please subscribe to Fact and Figures.
All right, it's really nice, isn't it? I like videos with drawings. I think they're so instructive and it's better to understand, right? So if you like the channel, let me show you the channel again if you want to maybe subscribe later on. It's Fact and Figures, okay? That's the name of the channel. They have lots of videos there, okay? And did you see that it's nice to have like a rehearsed sentence to say when someone gives you a compliment? Yeah, do you remember the sentence? Let me write it down for you. So the best one to say when you have nothing to say or just to break the ice, so you can say, thank you. And then you say the name of the person. Okay. I really appreciate that. So suppose your boss is called Anthony. So you'll say, thank you, Anthony. I really appreciate that. But of course, in the video, we saw other examples, right? All right. So let's go to our book and take a look at how the boys interact. Okay. Let's say here. First question they want us to answer is, do you often give compliments? Sometimes. Okay. Who do you give compliments to? I usually give compliments to my students. Yeah, whenever they do well, I like to compliment them on their progress. So how do you accept compliments? Do you feel comfortable, awkward, embarrassed? How do you feel? So think about it. Let's see how the boys feel. Before we get to them, we should study some structures for giving compliments. Write the number of each compliment in exercise number 1 next to the correct structure. For example, your, is, or are very. So here we should alternate and see activity number 1. So here, look, you can say, your children are very sweet. So this is the same structure, isn't it? So let me try to, yes, this one here, number 4. When we say your something, verb to be plus adjective, right? So here, this would be number 4, okay? Now, that looks, so here, which one follows this structure? Exactly, number 1. Very good. That jacket looks really good on you. So, okay. Now, letter C. I like your, and then a noun phrase. There are two examples here, actually. Number one is I love. I love your hair. And number five, hey, I like your cell phone. So since we are using the same verb in number five, let's stick to number five, okay? Good. Now, letter D. What a or what an, okay? So it's like an exclamation. That's right. Number six. What a beautiful kitchen. Okay, so the last one. Good. Now, letter E. That's a, which one follows that pattern? Here you are. Number three. That's a great report. Well done. Okay. And finally, I love your, which number is that? Number two. All right. Checking the answers. Yay, very good. You did a great job. Now, think of at least two more complements for each structure. Use these adjectives. So here we could say, I love your jeans. They look good on you. Here we can say that. Okay, so this is activity 4. So one complement could be, I love your jeans. They look good on you. Okay. Next one. We could use, for example, the adjective pretty and use structure letter D for complimenting a child, right? So you could say, what a pretty girl. Is she your daughter? Suppose you arrive somewhere with a cute little girl and somebody says, oh, what a pretty girl. Is she your daughter? Then you can say, no, she's my sister or she's my niece. Okay. So in these examples, we use structures from exercise number 3. The first one, we used letter F. And the second one, we used letter D. Okay. And we chose the following adjectives: good and pretty. Okay, so practice making compliments. Yeah, it's nice. The more you practice, the better. Okay. So now, moving on to the next page, we will finally watch the video. So look at the questions we should answer. What does Emma compliment Max on? When will Max give his presentation. Let me try to make it a little bigger. Okay. Number 3. What does Max buy before going home? Question number 4. What color does Andy think suits Max? And finally, number 5. What did Andy loan Max? So let's take a look at the video.
Excellent work, Max. What a great portrait.
Thanks, Emma. Do you really think so?
Yes, I really like the attention to detail. Oh, before I forget, we'd like you to be a presenter at the art banquet next week. Suit and tie.
Really? Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, suit and tie. Hey, Max. You're later than usual. I've just been shopping. I'm exhausted.
What's in the bag?
A new shirt and tie. I have an art presentation next week. What do you think?
That color blue looks good on you.
Ah, thanks. Ugh, just need a suit now.
Be right back. Here, try this on.
Hey, thanks. Nice jacket.
Thanks.
I wish I had one like this.
Thanks. My sister helped me pick it out.
Oh, wow.
Here.
Thanks.
Well,
What do you think?
it looks better on you than it does on me.
Oh, thanks, Andy. Wow, me in a suit?
Max, that suit really suits you. I gotta get a picture of this.
It's really nice, isn't it, guys? Oh, I really like their friendship. All right. So let's try to answer the first question only. Then we will watch the video again and try to answer the other questions. So what does Emma compliment Max on? Yes, that's right. He compliments Max on his portrait. Remember, Max is a major in art. So he is learning how to draw, how to create maybe some paintings. So in that class particularly, he is drawing a portrait. And the teacher compliments him on his work. So that's what she says, right? I really like your portrait, or something like this. Okay, now let's take a look at the video one more time and try to answer the other questions. So let's watch that.
Excellent work, Max. What a great portrait.
Thanks, Emma. Do you really think so?
Yes, I really like the attention to detail. Oh, before I forget, we'd like you to be a presenter at the art banquet next week. Suit and tie.
Really? Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, suit and tie.
Hey, Max. You're later than usual.
I've just been shopping. I'm exhausted.
What's in the bag?
A new shirt and tie. I have an art presentation next week. What do you think?
That color blue looks good on you.
Ah, thanks. Ugh, just need a suit now.
Be right back. Here, try this on.
Hey, thanks. Nice jacket.
Thanks.
I wish I had one like this.
Thanks. My sister helped me pick it out.
Oh, wow.
Here.
Thanks.
Well,
What do you think?
it looks better on you than it does on me.
Oh, thanks, Andy. Wow, me in a suit?
Max, that suit really suits you. I gotta get a picture of this.
All right, people. So now let's try to answer the other questions. So number 2, when will Max give his presentation? Pretty soon, isn't it? Let's see the answers then. We can check everything correctly. So here we go. His presentation will be next week, okay? And then question number 3, what is the outfit to go to the party here? What does Max buy before going home?
A suit.
Yes, actually he doesn't buy a suit. He buys a shirt and a tie. He doesn't have a suit yet. He only has that blue shirt and a tie, right? So this is what he buys. Okay. Now, question number 4. What color does Andy think suits Max? The verb to suit is the same as combinar in Portuguese, okay? So what color does Andy think suits Max? Here you go. Blue, okay? Next one now. What did Andy loan Max? A suit, all right? So now Max is ready to go. Okay. Perfect. Very good. Now, people, let's take a look at accepting compliments, okay? Sometimes it's not very easy to accept a compliment. We may feel a little undeserving or embarrassed, let's say. It is common to accept a compliment in English. You can say thank you and give more information or even ask a question in most situations. Example, Giving more information develops the conversation. Like, for example, I really like your sweater. Oh, thanks. My sister gave it to me. Okay, so this is when you give more information. Okay, another idea, asking a question encourages the person giving the compliment to explain the reasons. Example, that's a great hat. Then you go, really? Yeah, it really goes on well with the shirt. It really goes well with your shirt. Okay? So that's a nice way to maybe ask the person to say more about it. Why? Like, why do you like my hat? Is it really that good? Now, you can also compliment the other person, okay? Like, for example, I like your shoes. And then you can say, oh, thanks. Yours look nice too. Okay. So you can give the compliment back to the other person. And of course, if it's genuine, if it's true, we should always be honest when we give a compliment. Okay, guys, it's very important because we don't want to sound fake. And it's not a good idea, right? So, great. After saying that, let's do number 6. Write each expression for responding to this compliment next to the correct strategy. So here we have, do you really think so? Oh, so's yours. I bought it last week. Oh, thanks a lot. Okay. So here, the first one is, that's a beautiful ring. You should say, thank you. Yes, it's clear, right? So, thanks a lot is the best choice. Now, number 2, give details. Perfect. I bought it last week. Then ask a question. Yes, that's right. The first one. Do you really think so? And finally, return the compliment. So's yours. Okay, let's check the answers. Everything correct. All right, people, make sure you have all the answers and let's move on to the next activity. Yes, right here. Now, watch the video again and which strategies for responding to compliments do Max and Andy use, if any? So here we should find out who says thank you, who gives details, who questions a compliment, and who returns a compliment. So let's see that.
Excellent work, Max. What a great portrait.
Thanks, Emma. Do you really think so?
Yes, I really like the attention to detail. Oh, before I forget, we'd like you to be a presenter at the art banquet next week. Suit and tie.
Really? Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Oh, suit and tie.
Hey, Max. You're later than usual.
I've just been shopping. I'm exhausted.
What's in the bag?
A new shirt and tie. I have an art presentation next week. What do you think?
That color blue looks good on you.
Ah, thanks. Oh, just need a suit now.
Be right back. Here, try this on.
Hey, thanks. Nice jacket.
Thanks.
I wish I had one like this.
Thanks. My sister helped me pick it out.
Oh, wow.
Here.
Thanks.
Well,
What do you think?
it looks better on you than it does on me.
Oh, thanks, Andy. Wow, me in a suit?
Max, that suit really suits you. I gotta get a picture of this.
Okay, guys, so let's try to answer that question. Who says thank you? Yeah, both of them, Max and Andy. Who gives details? Andy. Yeah. Number 3, who questions a compliment? Max. Remember when he's talking to the teacher compliments him on his drawing, and then he goes, really? Right? And nobody returns a compliment. Okay. Checking the answers. All right. Everything correct. So just to sum it up, people, whenever when we give compliments, it's nice, and when we accept a compliment, actually, it's nice to give more information. Okay. When you hear someone saying, "Oh, you look so good today," you can say, "Oh, it's because it's my birthday," or I decided to try out a new dress, or this is a new shirt. Say something, right, that justifies maybe how or why you look good. Okay. Of course, say thank you. Don't forget to say thank you. Okay. You can also ask a question to encourage the other person giving the compliment to explain the reasons. Like, really? Do you really think so? Right? And you can also give the compliment back to the person, and always in a very honest way. If the person says, "I like your shoes," you can say, "Oh, thanks. Yours look nice too." Okay? Right? That's a good one. So here on the other page, we have giving compliments. So the tips are to give a compliment in English, you can use simple expressions such as, "I really like that sweater," or "I love your shoes." So here we have some examples, right, on how to give compliments. "That jacket looks really good on you," or "I love your hair." "That's a great report. Well done." "Your children are very sweet." "Hey, I like your cell phone. Where did you get it? You can ask a question like this. Or you can say, what a beautiful kitchen. You have good taste. Okay? So there are many ways to compliment people. Now, the final part here says, how many different compliments can you think of to use in these situations? So let's say, imagine your neighbor has bought a new car. So what can you say? You can use that one from activity 6, if I'm not mistaken. You can use this one here. Let me see, not here. The first one, sorry. Yes. What a beautiful car. Congratulations. Okay. You can say that. Number 6. All right. Oh, let me close this. Next one. You go to a friend's home for the first time. So you can say, oh, I really like your kitchen. It's so bright and comfortable. Try to give some adjectives, right, to describe the place, especially if you go to somebody's home and it's the first time you go there. So, number 3, your boss at work shows you a photo of her family. What do you say? Let me record the answers we are giving. Okay, guys. So you can keep track of the answers and see them later if you wish. So, because we're just speaking here, then. So number 1, it could be your neighbor has bought a new car. You can say, oh, what a beautiful car. And you can say, congratulations. It's okay. Because when somebody buys a new car or a new house, it's usually something big. So it's nice to say congratulations. Number 2, you go to a friend's home for the first time. What do you say? You can say that, oh, I really liked your kitchen. Sorry, guys. It's so bright and spacious, like a big kitchen, okay? So, oh, I really liked your kitchen. It's so bright and spacious, okay? Now, number 3. Your boss at work shows you a photo of her family. So, what can you say? Let's check out some ideas here. What can you say? Yes, you can say this way. And instead of using sweet, you can say cute. Oh, your children are so cute, right? Just to vary a little bit. And then you can even ask a question. How old are they? Okay. Come on, I wrote some things here. Where's the thing I wrote? Oh, what a shame. That's not, oh, that's very bad. It's not even saving our annotations. This is a big shame. Let's go again. So here, your neighbor has bought a new car. You can say, what a beautiful car. All right. Number two, you go to a friend's home for the first time. So you can say, oh, I really love, instead of saying like, you can say love. I really love your kitchen. So bright and spacious. Number three, your boss at work shows you a photo of her family. So you can say, your children are really cute. Okay, so you can, or you can even say, what a lovely family. That's a nice one too. Okay, so let me put it here. You can say that. Actually, here there's only one L. Okay, guys, I multiplied the L, but it's only one. Number four, a family member is wearing new shoes. What can you say about it? Oh, I love your shoes. Yeah, you can say that. So, I love your shoes. And then you can ask a question like, where did you get them? Okay. So you want to know where the person bought those shoes. Okay. So, I love your shoes. Where did you get them? Number five. Now I'm afraid to move the thing here. A coworker has a new haircut. So what can you say? Remember, a coworker. So I really like your hair. It looks good on you, or it suits you, or whatever. Okay, you can say, oh, I really like your hair. It's beautiful. Okay. Okay, people. So here, let me try to make it bigger so you can see all the possibilities. Okay, guys, it's nice if you can take a picture so you have more examples to use. And always remember the video when they say that you should have an answer kind of rehearsed to say when someone gives you a compliment. You should know how to say. So here, this is what they suggest in number 9. They say, choose one situation from exercise number 8 and role play the conversation with your partner. Use appropriate expressions and strategies for giving and responding to compliments. So we can choose one situation here, like, for example, let's say we do number 4. A family member is wearing new shoes. So what do you say? Remember, we congratulate the person, we compliment the person actually on wearing new shoes. So, and the shoes are beautiful. So you say, I love your shoes. Where did you get them? So what do you say? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. They were a gift from my husband, or my best friend gave me them, or I bought them at the mall last week. Okay, so here you can say, as an answer, you can say, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Or you don't need to say that because it's too formal, because you're talking to a family member. So you can say, I bought them at the mall last week. So you give extra information, okay? We go, oh, thank you. I bought them at the mall last week. Okay, just as an example. All right, people. Okay, so we're done with this lesson, okay? And since we are doing unit 6, it's almost time to do our test number 2, right? Involving units 4, 5, and 6, okay? So because of that, I would like to start reviewing. We still have one more page to do, and we will do that page next class, okay? It's not even going to open, yeah. But that's okay, no problem. I would like to start reviewing from unit number 4, okay? Let's see if you remember the topics. I know we only have, I guess, maybe 5 or 6 minutes. Yeah, we still have 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes. So let's start using our best review site. Let's take a look there. The best place to go to review the contents from the lessons we've learned is Wide Angle Online Practice. Yes, that's the place to go. So let's take a look at the activities there. Okie dokie. So we're doing book 3. And I would like to know if the students are doing online practice. Let me take a look once again. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Look at this, people. Can you see that? 0 students have logged in and joined the class. So please, you should register on online practice and join your class. The code is right there for you. So don't disappoint me once again. Look, the code is here and it's also posted for you on WhatsApp in your group description. Yeah, it's there. So make sure during the break now you join your class on online practice, okay? Because if you don't do it, you will not have the grade from online practice, and this will affect your general average, okay? So let's go back home here and open up our book 3 online practice. And we are doing this time activities 4, 5, and 6. Can you see the topics? Yeah, look. Unit 4 talks about movement. Unit 5 talks about home. And Unit 6 talks about images. And it will so help you because if you see the topics like this and also the internal topics, when you click on the unit, you have all the topics that a unit contains. You can plan your project. Okay, so Unit 4 talks about movement. So here we had some lessons on phrasal verbs, separable or inseparable. We had the grammar here in context about will versus going to. The vocabulary part from part 2 was about traveling. And the grammar was the simple present in future time clauses. Then part 3, we saw present tenses for future plans and schedules. Moving on, we had English for Real from Unit 4, which was all about being a customer. Then part 5, which is always speaking, was about asking for and giving directions. So we are going to do Unit 4 test, just to review, okay? And here in this part, we can do a review of the grammar part, the vocabulary part, and the English for Real, okay? So let's open up the grammar. All right, can you see that, people? So remember, we are defining here whether or not to use, whether to use will or going to, okay? So I will try to make it a little bigger. Right. All right. So the first one, complete the correct word or words to complete each sentence. The first one, I'm hungry. I think get a sandwich. Great. If you chose I'll get a sandwich, you are correct because the person is using the verb I think, and that entails doubt. The person is not so sure. So when you are talking about a possible future action and there is a doubt expression there, you should use the simple future. Okay. Number 2. Here, we are asking about somebody's arrangement or somebody's plan. So here, the best option would be, are you going to play tennis at 9? I'm checking your plans for that day, 9 o'clock. Okay, so number 3, Professor Patel said the exam what are we talking about here? We are talking about a test, right? So as you can see here, Professor Patel is a university teacher, and whenever we talk about test dates, when we announce test dates, we can use the simple future, okay? For announcements and things like that. So, will be on Tuesday, okay? Number 4, when I know your arrival time, my own reservation. So here we have the word when, introducing the first sentence or the first clause. So in this situation, the first clause is in the simple present. When I know, when you arrive, when the bus arrives, whatever, when plus simple present, the second part should be in the simple future. Okay? So when I know your arrival, I'll make my own reservation. Number 5, I'll buy the train tickets online before. So here we have another expression marking the time. It's similar to when. What do we know? I mean, what do we use after when? Simple present. So it's the same verb tense we are going to use after before. Okay? So I'll buy the train tickets online before we go. Because look, we already have a sentence here in the simple future. So the one that defines the time should be in the simple present. Okay? Number 6, if we have our tickets read already, so this is another situation where we use one sentence in the simple present and the other in the simple future. So look, the first one has if plus simple present. So the next one should be in the simple future. Okay? So if we have our tickets already, we won't worry. So this is a conditional sentence. Okay? Pretty much like this one here. Okay? And this one here can use the same logic. Okay? Number 7, the train to Florence at 5:15 every day. Here we are talking about timetable, especially when referring to transportation. In this case, we should always use the simple present. So the train to Florence departs at 5:15 every day. Number 8 and the last one, we after dinner. Here, it's clear that we are talking about an arrangement that has been previously agreed. So you know what's going to happen. So we are meeting, or we're meeting after dinner. Okay? So let's take a look at the answers. Okay? So let's see. Oh, right here. I was looking for the answer. Oh, wow. It seems that we missed one. Let's see which one is that and if we agree. Everything here is okay. All right. The one about Professor Patel, let's see why. Professor Patel said the exam will be on Tuesday. There is no problem here to use will. We don't need to use is going to be. Maybe because they're considering this something that is already arranged, like on the agenda. Maybe we can say, okay, he said the exam is going to be on Tuesday because we are talking about the calendar, right? Not just about what the professor said, like an announcement. So here it's a matter of interpretation. Was it an announcement or was it something already scheduled? Okay, so here they consider the situation as something already scheduled. Okay, but the other ones are correct. Okay. In my test, if you had put will, I would totally consider correct, okay, in this case here, because it's something between announcement and schedule, okay? All right, people. So make sure you do the other activities because we have to do the vocabulary and you have to do the English for real, okay? From unit number 4 here, okay? We've only covered one part. So try to do vocabulary and English for real, okay, people? So let's go back to our page on Google Classroom. What did we learn today? Today, we talked about giving and accepting compliments. And we started reviewing Unit 4, okay? The grammar. Will or going to. Make sure you review that too. For homework, you can do online practice, Unit 6.4. All right, people? So I may add some worksheets here just to help you review, okay? I'm going to do that, all right? Okay, guys, so thank you so much for coming, and I hope to see you next class on Wednesday. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Manu. Thank you, Kawane. Bye-bye, girls. See you Wednesday. Bye-bye. Thank you.